Alrighty, howdy ho, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, if you're a striker in pro clubs and it feels like you can't take your chances or your build just feels really clunky, then this video is going to be perfect for you. Today I'm going to be going over the best pro club striker build with all the attributes and the playstyles in this video. So if you guys are going to enjoy, make sure to stay to the end, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get into it. Now, coming over to profile, as you can see, position striker. My height is 5'7". I'm a striker that likes to be played by the feet. I'm not good in the air. I feel like the heading in this game is not good anyway, so it's better to be a smaller striker than a 6'3", 6'4" striker. My weight is anywhere between 117 and 121. I've gone bang in the middle of 119. And then my preferred foot is left. It doesn't really matter if you're left foot or right foot, as long as you've got 5-star weak foot. But I just prefer to be left foot as a striker. I don't really know why. Now, coming over to the playstyles, my playstyle pluses is the low driven shot plus and the first touch plus. The reason I've gone with the low driven shot is because I personally really like it, and I still feel like it's still broken, especially in pro clubs. I mean, these shots are basically shots that just go along the floor, and it basically glitches the goalkeeper out to the point they can't save them. Even with a non-AI goalkeeper and an actual player in goal, these are just broken. Obviously, I feel like this is the best scoring playstyle plus to be using. Obviously, it depends how you want to play. If you're going to shoot from outside the box, then I'll definitely recommend having finesse or power shot. But if you're a striker that gets played through and then you're running into the box, the low driven shot is what I would definitely recommend having. And then coming over to the second playstyle plus, it is the first touch plus. When I wasn't using this, my first touch was so bad that literally with the AIs, they intercepted it and they tackled me so easily. But ever since I've been using the first touch plus, it honestly feels like the ball just pretty much sticks to my feet whenever I'm going through, especially if you're played through. And having that first touch plus is going to make the ball so much more easier to control and stuff like that. Honestly, I think this is one of the most underrated playstyle pluses, whether you use as a midfielder or a striker. I would definitely recommend using it. It's definitely helped me a lot, and honestly, it may not seem like it will, but the amount of goals I've scored and I've got an assist because of it, it genuinely is a really good playstyle plus to be using. I would definitely recommend it. And then coming over to my regular playstyles, I've got finesse shot, incisive pass, rapid, acrobat, trivela, and then press proven. Finesse shot, I mean, there's not really much needs to be said about it. If I'm at the edge of the box and I hit it, finesse shot, I wouldn't recommend having it as a playstyle plus, but finesse shot as a regular playstyle still does a lot. Incisive pass, now the reason I've actually got incisive pass, just in case I'm playing a bit deeper as a striker, I'm still able to ping the ball out wide and then get back into the box. Rapid, I mean, again, if I'm running through and I want to beat my man as a striker, rapid is going to help me as it does improve my sprint and overall speed. Coming over to acrobat, just in case I want to do a volley or anything like that, as the ball's crossed in, I've got a bit of space and I'm feeling a bit fancy. Trivela, pretty much same as acrobatic. If I'm feeling fancy and I just want to do something, you know, something cool out of the box, trivela it, top bins hopefully, and then press proven if I want to press my defenders or whatever. I mean, again, these are the ones that I would go for. You guys can obviously mess them around, but I would definitely recommend keeping these. You may be able to change incisive pass or maybe trivela or acrobatic. It depends on how you play as a striker. And then coming over to my attributes, as you can see, my pace, I have 87, 88 pace, but I do have it upgraded because of the facilities. So as you can see, I have the first 4 on the left, the first 3 on the right, and then these middle ones done. I feel like as a striker, especially if I've already got rapid, I don't feel like I need to do too much with the pace. It does feel like I'm fast already, and especially if you're playing defenders are going to be slow. They're going to have like anywhere between 80 and 85 pace, so you should be able to outpace the defenders either way. Now, coming over to the most important attribute as a striker, it is the shooting. As you can see, I have got 1 on free kick accuracy and 1 on penalties. I feel like they've made it so easy in this FIFA to score free kicks and penalties that I just wouldn't recommend doing them. And then I have got a 4-star weak foot. I feel like to get a 5-star, 10 skill points is quite a lot, but 4-star and 5-star pretty much feel the exact same, so I just recommend keeping it at 4-star. Coming over to finishing, I have all of them to the max. Obviously, you make sure that you have the highest finishing. As a striker, it's something that you need. As a 5'7" striker, you need nothing on heading accuracy. I mean, you're not really going to get a chance to beat a 6'3" defender. So it's just something that I would definitely recommend leaving. And then the same as volleys. I still feel like volleys is the same as penalties and free kicks. I feel like if it falls to you with 96 finishing, you hit it, it's going to go in unless you're playing against some pro goalkeeper. But I feel like with the 96 finishing, volley should just go in. I mean, it's pretty much just shooting a dead ball anyway. And then coming over to the most important bit, the shot power. Make sure to have max shot power, which is 95 you can get. I mean, shot power is very important. I mean, if you have 70 shot power to 99, you can definitely tell the difference. Long shots is very important as well, especially if you're going to be shooting from outside of the box as a striker, to make sure that you're able to hit the corners top or bottom. Again, you guys need to have these all maxed out, and then all the finishing, and then these here. Make sure to copy these, because these will make you be a clinical striker and being able to finish properly. And also with the 96 finishing, it really does help the low driven playstyle plus attribute, which would help a lot. Now coming over to passing, it is literally just one on short passing, one on long passing. I mean, you're not really going to need it as a striker. I mean, you're not going to be passing 40 yards diagonal passes. It'll literally be 1 or 2 yards, or maybe like a 10-yard pass on the down to the wing. Passing as a striker on this striker build, you're definitely not going to need it. I mean, there's not much difference, if I'm honest. Doing a 5-yard pass, you don't need 99 short pass for it. 80 short pass is fine. And then being a striker, like I said, you're not going to be doing those long passes, so you only need the first 2. Coming over to dribbling. Now, I've got my dribbling maxed out. Everything that you could possibly see is full, as high as you can get. 90 agility, 93 balance, 99 attacking position, 94 ball control, and 94 dribbling. And then a 5-star skill moves. As a striker, especially as a small striker going against big, strong centre backs or DMs, wherever you are going to be playing as a striker, whether you're dropping deep or playing high, you need to make sure that your dribbling and your ball control is the best. As you saw, I had first touch plus playstyle, and these attributes are really going to come in handy and going to help that playstyle plus out. As you can see, 94 ball control and 94 dribbling. I mean, them and first touch plus are going to work an absolute treat, and it will definitely help you get into the positions where you need to score your goals. So make sure that you have your dribbling maxed out. Now, coming over to physical, as a striker, you need to make sure that your stamina is very, very high. You're going to be running a lot, and that is why I would have every single one of them on stamina. Now, especially if you have the facilities that I use, you may not need it as much on stamina, but I still would like to have a decent amount of stamina coming into the late games, especially if it's players from going to the 120th minute. Stamina is very important. I mean, you guys know just how important this is, especially if you are a striker that is going to be pressing a lot of the balls. Composure and reactions, again, have to be anywhere in the 95s to 99s. I mean, these are so important, especially going on a one-on-one or, you know, a loose ball. You guys need to make sure that your composure to be able to finish and your reactions to be able to get that loose ball is to the max. I mean, since I've actually upped these, because I never used to touch these, but since I've actually put these to the max level, I honestly feel like my striker is just so much more better in terms of finishing and being able to win on those loose balls. And then obviously I'll have the 1 on strength, mainly because it is just a leftover skill point, and 1 on jumping and stamina, because it does also increase your stamina. That is the main reason I've done it. As you can see, even if I was to put it on this one, it would also give me 97 stamina. So I pretty much have max stamina, and it is very, very important. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is the facilities. Obviously, I've run in a new club, so it's going to look pretty much the exact same as the last video that I did being a cam. You're going to have max fitness, have a fitness coach. I mean, you get +5 stamina and +5 jumping. Not as important as a striker, but the stamina is definitely going to help. But it also helps every other player on the pitch. So this is mainly not important. Obviously, you do get the max stamina, which is going to be 99, and you get an extra play style. That means you get 7 play styles being relentless, so you're able to run a lot longer. And then I use sports stylist, which upgrades your acceleration and reactions. I mean, that makes your player faster and having his reactions a lot better. So I have max reactions and max composure. Now, if you enjoyed this video and this video was useful for you, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for staying to the end of the video. Comment down below if this build does help you score more goals. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace out.